Folks, let's be honest about what's happening, because obviously nobody in a position of power seems willing to be honest. Christians are being exterminated in Nigeria. That word, exterminated, is not dramatic, it is accurate. In the first 220 days of 2025, at least 7,087 Christians were massacred. 32 people per day, folks, while another 7,900 were abducted for the crime of being Christian. Since 2009, approximately 185,000 Nigerians have been killed. 125,000 of them Christian. Nearly 20,000 churches destroyed. Over 1,100 Christian communities wiped off the map. 20,000 square miles of land seized, folks. 3 out of every 4 Christians murdered anywhere on earth in 2025 were killed in Nigeria. I'll say that again. 3 out of every 4 Christians murdered anywhere on earth in 2025 were killed in Nigeria. This is not a conflict. This is not sectarian tension, folks. This is a coordinated, theologically motivated campaign of elimination being carried out by groups like Boko Haram, Fulani extremist, and ISWAP, the Islamic State West Africa province, who have openly stated their goal: the destruction of Christianity across northern and central Nigeria. And the international media and same institutions that will dedicate weeks of wall-to-wall coverage to conflicts that align with their political framework have largely decided the story isn't worth telling. Ask yourself why. Ask yourself what calculus produces that editorial decision, because it isn't about the body count. The body count is catastrophic. Now look closer to home. King Charles III, the supreme governor of the Church of England, a man whose coronation oath binds him constitutionally as a defender of the faith, will not issue an Easter message this year. But earlier this year, the official royal account issued a prominent Ramadan greeting to Muslims across Britain and the Commonwealth, posted during the Christian season of Lent, with no equivalent acknowledgement of the Christian observance running parallel to it. Last year, a message to the Islamic community as they finished Ramadan. This year, a message as they began it. In neither year did he mention Christianity and Lent. I'm not here to vilify the king. I'm here to name the pattern, because this is the pattern. In the very nations built on Judeo-Christian foundations, where the architecture, the law, the moral philosophy, the concept of individual dignity, all trace directly back to that tradition, Christianity has become the one faith you're expected to practice quietly, apologetically, or just not at all. Every other tradition gets celebrated publicly. Christianity gets managed. Full stop. And I want to be precise about something here, because precision matters. This isn't about Christians being persecuted in the West the same way they are in Nigeria's Middle Belt. Those are not the same thing. What's happening in Nigeria is blood and fire. What's happening in the West is slower. Keyword slower, but on that path. It's institutional, it's cultural, it's the steady removal of Christianity from the public square dressed up as fucking inclusion. But they share a root. The root is that the world has decided Christianity is either embarrassing or expendable. And when that becomes the dominant assumption, when leaders won't defend it, when media won't cover its victims, when the head of the Church of England won't acknowledge Easter, the people actually dying for it become completely invisible. You know, I've recently started going to church, and I've been I've been doing my best to understand the Christian faith, because I feel the need to. I'm just going to say that. And, you know, I have to stand at the door at my church every Sunday morning as part of a security team. That's not a metaphor. That's my reality in the United States of America in 2026. People of faith, Christians and Jews, are being targeted by ideological extremists who know exactly what the fuck they're doing, and who are counting on the rest of us to be polite, to be fragile, or too afraid of being called intolerant to call it what the fuck it is. And I'm none of those things. What's happening in Nigeria is fucking genocide, folks. What's happening in the West is erasure. And the silence surrounding both of them is not neutrality, it is a choice. It is complicity dressed as civility. And I fucking refuse it. Speak up. Stand up. And protect the foundational beliefs that this country was founded on. With your voice. Don't be afraid. I haven't even fully converted to Christianity yet. But yet I'm going to church and stand in security there. And I was going to church to sit there and enjoy the sermon. But I've volunteered to stand security. Because I see what the fuck is going on, man. And how can you not? How can you not see what the fuck's going on? How can you not see the fucking... Oh, God. The blatant drive to erase and silence anybody who speaks about Christianity. Why is it that that is the one religion that you seemingly can't speak about? You know, in this time, I will say that Christianity will shine a beacon on its strongest warriors and its strongest believers, because 30 years ago, it was so easy to be a Christian, and people would say they're a Christian, you know, to get a car sale. You know, I'm a Christian, man, I know how it... People would, you know, proclaim Christianity. Excuse me. And, proudly. And now that you have this essential invasion into this country of people who want to systematically destroy it, it's frustrating, folks. Give me a minute. Now is when the ones who are publicly proclaiming their faith to God and Jesus Christ now is when the time for you to be proclaiming that is. Don't be afraid of it. Stand up for what you believe in. Don't be silenced. Don't be afraid of hurting somebody's fucking feelings, because they sure as hell ain't afraid of hurting yours. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give two fucking fucks about you. It's really sad, and it really bothers me to hear about this shit and to see what's really going on. Like, I don't see how people can't see through the fog. Like, why can't you see through the noise? It's because we're flooded with noise. That's why. And, you know, I feel like that's part of the plan, because it's working. But anyways, I just think people should really start appreciating how good they actually have it in this country. While we have it good. Because the people in Nigeria have most Americans have no idea what the fuck that life is like. But we're slowly finding out. It's gonna end up there if somebody doesn't fucking step up in power and do something about this. When you have a group of people that are openly calling for the elimination of a certain culture of people, and they're actually doing it, folks, it's the same with fucking Hitler and the Nazis and the Jews. That's what's going on in Africa, and nobody's covering it. Why? 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 It's like 50,000 people that have been fucking murdered, man. It's insane. And nobody is fucking saying a peep about it. Not in legacy media. Not that I've seen. This is the stuff that needs to be being said and being addressed. And yet, because of these media stations' fucking political agendas and narratives that they run, and propaganda, that's all they are, is fucking propaganda. They don't care about this stuff, man. They're not there to fucking tell you the truth about anything. They're not there to cover anything of grave importance other than the limelight. And that's it. And it's fucking sad. But thank God for podcasters. Hey. Thank God for podcasters. And then they wonder why podcasters are doing better. A lot of podcasters are doing better than they are. I think I've seen one other podcast talk about this. And I'm sure there's probably more. There might be more, but I can only know one right now. And I watched it. And it was PBD's podcast. And fucking kudos to them for talking about the things that other people refuse or don't have the guts to talk about. So, salute to y'all. But anyways, folks, it's Roby with the Manufactured Mind. Hope everybody has a wonderful Saturday. It's a beautiful day out here. Just be grateful. And pray for those people in Nigeria, man.